Green Tea with Keris. Today I'm going to talk about diets because we've all done a diet. I'm imagining most of you guys have done a diet. Just a few that I've done. I was zero fat in my 20s, and I mean zero fat. I would like cry if someone put butter or mayonnaise on any of my food. From there I progressed on to kind of a cereal diet actually. I just lived on cereal. I think I was slightly led by, there was a cereal diet, wasn't it? With breakfast was cereal and lunch was cereal and a proper evening meal. That was my next phase. From there I then went on to kind of an elimination diet after getting some digestive problems. So I was very strictly gluten-free, dairy-free, but in the process ate a lot of gluten-free, dairy-free alternatives like soya and just kind of gluten-free crackers and bars and cereals. So again, it actually didn't help my gut, it made it worse. But I kind of believed that this was what I needed to do, partly to be healthy and partly, again, fat loss is always in the back of most women's minds when they're kind of looking at diets, of course. From there I went on to do the paleo diet, very strictly. I've pretty much done the autoimmune paleo diet in the process. I've also done the fast diet, kind of 5-2, intermittent fasting, various different models of that. Yeah, so I've done loads of them, and I'm sure many of you are kind of out there now thinking, you know, what's the next diet, what can we do? And they're always coming out, there'll always be diets. And one of the points that Matt and I are really passionate about getting across to people is there is no such thing as the perfect diet. And more we're seeing a lot of studies kind of support personalised nutrition. So some of you might feel awesome on a kind of high fat, low carb diet. Some of you will actually feel better on a high carb, low fat diet, not fat free, low fat. Some people are better on kind of more plant-based foods and are well adapted to that. Genetically, you can be well adapted to that. Others, more of a meat-based diet, and actually, again, more genetically adapted to that. So we have to go through this little experiment that we do on ourselves. And the only way we can do it is to kind of increase our knowledge about nutrition, but also about lifestyle and exercise and where they're factored in as well. And then from there, you can basically start to just play around with it a little bit. What we do with FitterFood is we have a pyramid where we say these generally are the most nutritious foods you can eat. And you've got things like meat, fish, eggs and vegetables and fruits and herbs and spices. So you start with these and then you just kind of play around with it a little bit. And you might find that when you add in some grains, you feel brilliant and you can kind of run further, perform better, and that's fine, no digestive issues. But you might find when you add these foods back in, actually, you feel lethargic, you get energy slumps, you get a little bit of flatulence and wind and stuff. So, you know, that might not be for you, but you can only do that if you kind of step away from products and protocols and strict rules and just carry out your own experiment and switch off from the noise, switch off from everybody else who's trying to tell you what works for them, because they have a completely different gene kind of profile to you, lifestyle to you, health history to you. We've all got our own unique kind of background that we need to kind of consider when we're looking at diets, because it is relevant. You might have certain nutrient deficiencies, you might have a you know, a kind of dysfunctional digestive system that just means certain things don't work for you like they work for your friend or a member of your family. So stop looking for diets, stop looking for protocols, stop looking for solutions, and just start educating yourself. Our book is obviously an awesome place to start, but just generally it's not rocket science. If it's not processed, that is where you build the foundation of your nutrition. If you have any questions at all, jump in the comments box below and I'm happy to chat with you about where to go next.